Round 6 of a scheduled 12 for the WBA welterweight title. Meldrick Taylor, still the title holder, lands a big right hand to start round 6.
Espana is a good boxer, but what are you going to run into tough Philadelphians when you're living in Ireland? This guy should fight him. At all times, Taylor should be fighting this guy. And Espana has a great left jab, but he's not a power puncher up close.
Well, of course, George, there are some who would say that the mean streets of Belfast will outstrip Philadelphia for meanness.
That is true. A little scotch.
He fights in the gym in Northern Ireland every day. That's the same gym that produced, among others, the famous featherweight titleist Barry McGuigan. And finally, referee John Coyle has to take action about a low blow as Meldrick Taylor goes to his knees.
He should not have to be wearing trunks like that. I don't even see the evidence of a good cup up close to him. The trunks he's wearing is not very protective. I mean, he had to evidently build a cup to protect, to hide.
Fashion outrunning function with those trunks.
And the referee is taking a point away from Espana, which seems odd to me since he never even warned it before.
Harold, what's the rule here on Taylor's recovery?
Well, Jim, it was an accidental clear-cut low blow. Meldrick has up to 5 minutes to recuperate, at which time, you know, if he doesn't continue, he loses. All right, he's coming out of the corner, so no
Looks
problem
to me like
there.
he should have taken more time.
Right, referee John Coyle did deduct the point from Crisanto Espana for the low blow.
Good left hook by Meldrick Taylor.
To the body, outstanding.
Right hand also.
Taylor fighting with new aggressiveness. Maybe the low blow has given him the incentive he needs to simply seize command of the bout. Giving and taking. Taylor goes to the low blow and gets away with one of his own. Taylor with a good right to the body. Lands a left hook to the side of the head. For the first 30 seconds after the low blow stoppage, Meldrick Taylor has his best 30 seconds of the fight. But now Espana lands one of those lengthy right hands, and Meldrick slows down again.
He takes a breather and stands outside. He should take a breather inside. He won't get hit with so many overhand rights. Taylor should stay a little closer.
Well, you know, one thing Meldrick has never tried to do and never learned to do in his career is to fight along the ropes. And it looks to me, George, as if he knew how to do that, he might be able to confuse Espana a little more than he has.
Any little thing he can throw in at this time would only help. But he's got to stay a little closer to Espana.
They are fighting in a 20-foot, 8-inch ring. It is cavernous. There's a long right hand by Espana. Meldrick Taylor in trouble again. Taylor ready to go down if Espana lands one more of those rights over the top.
And of course, that's the danger in becoming aggressive, that he was going to walk into a punch like that, which he did.
He's only getting hit on the outside. If he stays close, nothing is going to happen.
Espana uses the left, sets up the right. Meldrick is either playing possum or in terrible trouble.
Not playing possum.
Now he finally grabs and holds.
And holds.
But wobbles backward. And Meldrick Taylor survives the 6th round.
And wobbles to his corner. To those punches because Espana steps back. What we're seeing here is the limitations of Taylor against bigger men. He is a short fighter who is not powerful, so that even when he gets inside, he doesn't hurt his opponent unless he can land fusillades of punches. And this guy is very clever. He's waiting for him to come to him. He'll step back, and he's looking for an opening, and he's able to deliver.
Larry, he doesn't need to hurt him. He needs to just stay close and win points. It's not about hurting the guy. It's about staying away from his power, which is outside. Now, his corner told him to stay close. It's too late. He should have told him that initially. He's just finding out the good news.
Crisanto Espana lands another right hand flush on Meldrick Taylor's face. Taylor with specific instructions from George Benton to get inside, seemingly at a loss as to how to do it. Espana has him in trouble again. And if Meldrick Taylor survives this round, it still seems, to me at least, like only a matter of time. I'll tell you guys, management decisions in boxing are idiosyncratic. It's certainly an inexact science, but over the long haul, I'm of the opinion that Meldrick Taylor was a 140-pound fighter who never should have gone to 147 pounds, championship or no championship.
Well, but that was his decision because he couldn't make the weight anymore. And this is not a management decision that the problem is here. He had to fight a mandatory challenge, and that's when his trouble began. Because Espana is too strong for him, and he's too clever.
Taylor looking weary, still trying.
You get Meldrick Taylor before his last fight, he could have beaten this guy easily. But now his confidence has been shot. Corner don't know, tell him to box, then tell him to stay close. Everybody's confused.
How big an imprint did Terry Norris's right hand make on Meldrick Taylor's career? You are seeing the fallout tonight, along with the surprisingly effective performance of a heretofore unknown contender named Crisanto Espana.
Now Taylor is trying to protect himself from the right hand by bringing his right hand from near his waist back up to his face, and he's not timing it. The best thing to do is lay that right hand right up there beside your left side of your face and keep it there.
George, with all due respect, this isn't a matter of strategy. I don't think that anything Meldrick Taylor could do would undo what this guy is doing to him, because he's just got the size and the answers for whatever Taylor, as a small, short welterweight, can do with him.
You got a feel for Taylor. He's at the end of all these long arm punches, and it's a riddle he just hasn't solved.
Taylor took a terrible beating in that round.
As they go to round 8, you have the beginnings numerically of a mismatch. By punch count numbers in round number 7, Meldrick Taylor landed only 11 of 56 attempted punches. Crisanto Espana, 41 of 88.
Now Espana has better start trying to protect his lead now. He gets into many more mix-up like that. Some left hook could come from somewhere out of the sky and drop him.
But as the fight goes on, if it follows this pattern, George, you have to begin to consider what kind of welterweight champion is Crisanto Espana going to make? And will he insist on defending the title in Belfast, Northern Ireland, which could make for some fascinating moments in the division?
And with a left jab like that, he can win internationally. Once you got a good jab like that, you can fight anybody, and even in their hometown.
I think his body is a huge advantage, too. He has these long arms. He's not skinny. He's got a deep chest.
Sucks up a lot of oxygen, which means he recovers quick.
I think he might start an exodus from Venezuela to Belfast.
Espana kind of just lay that right hand out there. He doesn't give any motion or power to it. Lays it out there and it just connects.
And we should mention here that he had a younger brother who once was a lightweight champion.
Ernesto Espana, the man who talked Barney Eastwood, promoter and manager, into taking this Espana on.
If the fight goes another round like it is now, it would be in the interest of Duva and his camp to maybe even consider stopping the fight. 2 knockouts, that much punishment.
I agree with you, George. And I think that perhaps Meldrick Taylor does too right now. I think he's got to stop the fight.
No, he's not going to stop the fight.
That's a very brave referee.
And it's a still brave Meldrick Taylor, and he always has been. A warrior's heart, which is going to betray him here. John Coyle, within moments of stopping the fight, Lou Duva's on the top step, and they both make the decision at the same moment. Duva was stepping into the ring as Coyle spread his arms to stop the bout.
If Meldrick Taylor was a shot fighter coming into this fight, he's a dead fighter now.
You win some and you lose some. You try to win more than you lose.
28-year-old Crisanto Espana, out of Venezuela, now living and fighting out of Belfast, Northern Ireland, has won them all in his career, 28 in a row. And now he's the WBA welterweight champion of the world.
I think what could have happened and should have happened, Meldrick Taylor should have taken off at least a year after the last beating he suffered.
Let's take a look at